Hey guys, my name is Blake.
And my name is Jen.
And we are the founders of
BipolarOnline.com.
Yeah, in this video I want to share the importance of stopping, quitting smoking. I used to smoke cigarettes as a kid, and I remember watching on television someone passed away at a young age and their family was so impacted, and Jennifer in her own life lost her mom. Maybe you can share about what happened with her.
Yeah, my mom was smoking cigarettes and she's been 13. She said she learned from her grandmom. Back then smoking wasn't as dangerous, or it's always been dangerous, but it wasn't thought to be as dangerous as it is now. And she took up the habit at 13, and she was a very big cigarette smoker for my whole life. Smoked in the house. My mom and my dad would argue all the time about my mom's smoking habits and how, it could eventually kill her. And, I always thought that couldn't happen, but it did happen. It really did happen April 8th, 2011. Cigarette smoking and nicotine basically is the drug in cigarettes, and it is the single most addicting drug out there, and it is the hardest to quit. And it took my mom, and
I want to ask you, what happens when someone becomes addicted to smoking and the body starts to break down? What happens with the breathing in the
Well,
body?
I mean, anytime you inhale anything, it goes into your lungs, and our lungs are basically big air sacs. There's a bunch of air sacs in our lungs, and when someone inhales nicotine or cigarette smoke, it basically collapses those air sacs, and you develop something called bronchitis, which is inflammation of the bronchioles in the lungs. And another very common diagnosis of cigarette smokers is something called COPD, which my mom died of, is chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. And basically it's just, you can't bring in oxygen as well, and something called carbon dioxide, you can't eliminate that as well due to lung damage from cigarette smoking. So that's basically the body's reaction to chronic cigarette smoking.
Yeah, just to be really, open and honest about what it is like when your life comes to an end. Because a lot of times I've talked to people that smoke cigarettes and say, oh, it'll be in 20 years, or I don't care if I die years down the line. It's not pretty. When you watched your mom, you described it as her, drowning. What does it look like to see someone at the end when they're not able to breathe
Well,
anymore?
my mom was on oxygen for 10 years, and her day-to-day life, completely declined. She couldn't go out to dinner. She couldn't, at the end, she couldn't even go to the bathroom herself, wipe herself. And I remember her telling me how humiliating it was to have someone, wipe her due to her, inability to do so because she just couldn't breathe. And at the end, it was a very, very hard, long 2 hours. I felt like she was drowning. She kept reaching up and trying to kind of pick herself up, but unfortunately, there was nowhere to pick herself up to. And eventually, her lungs were not oxygenating, and when your lungs don't oxygenate, your heart eventually stops. So, it's a pretty bad death and a pretty bad, existence when you have, COPD from cigarette smoking.
Yeah, and Jen, her mom was your best friend. They talked almost 5 times a day. They, were so close, and even now, a couple years later, I really feel Jen's trying hard. She's been through therapy and worked on it, but she's still impacted. Your mom died, and how old was she?
She was 61.
61, which is young, and we have a new child, and she never got to meet him, and it's very hard. So we just want to say to you to stop smoking. Get the help you need. Do whatever it takes. In my own life, when I quit, it took me a year. I failed 3 times, but I kept trying and persisted. We work as life coaches and sober coaches. We help those trying to stop addiction, trying to improve their lives. We work with you each day. We motivate, we inspire, we encourage. We also have a book that we're writing that's going to be coming out soon about addiction as well as mental illness. You can find that and a lot of tools on our website. And our gift is we offer you 1 free coaching session with either Jennifer or myself. You can go to our website. It's
BipolarOnline.com.
BipolarOnline.com, where you can get that free 30-minute phone coaching session. Anyone can use it at any time. Just call us. We'll help you. We'll guide you. And hopefully your family won't have to go through the loss that we've experienced. I want to thank you for watching this video. And
yeah, thank you so much, and we're always here to help.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.